Amr called him and said that he was hungry. The servant had some meat. But since he had no vessel to cook, he put that meat in a bucket, from which horses drank, lighted a fire beneath it and busied himself in cooking. In the meantime there came up a dog. It put its mouth in the bucket. The hot material scalded its tongue. It tried to retreat, but the handle of the bucket trapped its neck and the dog ran with the bucket and everything in it. Seeing this, Amr smiled. Onlookers asked him what was there to smile at. Amr replied, "Today the man in charge of my canteen was complaining that the load of the royal canteen was proving heavy even for 300 beasts of burden. But now I see that a single dog is carrying it away so easily." 254. Most surely there is a lesson in this for those who have sight. 255. The Abbasid Caliph, Kahirbillah, had ruled for 1 year, 5 months and 8 days. During this period he gathered a lot of wealth. He was infamous for his dishonesty, corruption, destruction, bloodshed and oppression. At last the Turks captured him, blinded him with a hot needle and threw him out of his palace. History has recorded that he was begging like other blind people and sitting near mosques used to beg, plead to the people, "Please give me some charity because some time ago I was your ruler." Wise words of Amirul Mu'minin A.S. about instability of the world. Amirul Mu'minin A.S. says, "Do not run after worldly fame and honors because worldly fame, honor, beauty and adoration etc. will all end. Its hardships and troubles will also end. The days of man's life will end. Whatever is living will be destroyed. Will you not see the signs, remnants of your deceased within? Eye of wisdom, do not you see that? Who pass away do not come back, and those who remain will also not last long. Do you not look at the worldly people every morning and evening that their conditions change? Somewhere somebody dies and his relatives mourn him. On the other hand, others give solace to the mourners. Somewhere someone is ill and someone else visits him and takes care of him. This is to say, that one is on a deathbed and another one is busy earning the worldly things, though the shadow of death is constantly lurking behind him. One is unaware of death, but death is not aware of him. 256. Those who are blind in seeing the hereafter and run after the world. Likewise he says, "Verily this world is the extreme limit to which one who is blind of hereafter can see. He is unable to see anything, which is beyond this world. But one whose eyes can see the hereafter do not focus their eyes on the world. Thus a seeing fellow does not fix his sight on the world and does not get attached to it. But one whose eyes are blind, fixes his eyes and heart on this world. Therefore one who is seeing makes provision for the hereafter from this world. But a blind fellow works only for this world and makes only his worldly provision. Know that there is nothing which does not gratify man except this worldly life. The worldly man never becomes disgusted with this world. His heart remains captive of love for this world. He never likes that his life should come to an end because he does not know that there is a provision for his peace hidden in his death. 257. When will you work for the hereafter? Once Amirul Mu'minin A.S. entered the Kufa market. Looking around he found that everyone was busy in buying and selling. He wept profusely and said, "O slaves of the world! O those who work only for it! You spend your day in trade and business and your night in sleep. You neglect the hereafter due to your business and sleep. When will you get time to gather provisions for the hereafter? When will you think over your hereafter?" A man said, "O Amirul Mu'minin A.S. we are obliged to earn money for our living. What else can we do?" The Emir replied, "Seeking livelihood through permissible means does not come in the way of the hereafter. But if you say that we are obliged to gather money, then you have no excuse." That man began to weep and ran away. The Emir said, "Come back so that I may explain the matter further." When he returned, the Emir said, "O slave of God! Be aware that one who works for hereafter in this world will surely get its reward in the hereafter, and one who works in this world only for this world will get its reward in the form of hellfire." Then he recited this verse. So one who prefers only this world for himself will have his abode in hell. 258. Amirul Mu'minin A.S. forbids excess. Allah bin Ziyad Harithi was one of the companions of Amirul Mu'minin A.S. He lived in Basra, where he had constructed a very big and spacious house to live in. When he fell ill, the holy Imam went to see him. Seeing his house, the Imam said, "O Allah, what will you do with such a big house in this world when you need it in the hereafter? Yes, if you want such a grand house in the hereafter, host guests in this house. Provide assistance to near and dear ones in this house and observe its religious rites requirements. If you are able to do so, this house will become a means to your hereafter." Allah said, "O Amirul Mu'minin A.S. I have a complaint against my brother, Asim bin Ziyad." The Imam asked what was the matter. He replied, "He wears coarse cloth and has secluded himself from the society." The Imam said, "Bring him to me." When he arrived, the Imam said, "O enemy of your own self, the devil has deceived you and made you mad after him. Do you not have any feeling of kindness for your wife and children? Do you think that Allah does not want you to benefit from even those things which He has made lawful for you?" Asim replied, "O Amirul Mu'minin A.S. You always wear such coarse clothes and eat very simple food, while you are our leader. I intended to imitate your highness." The Imam said, "Woe unto you! I am not the same as you, because Allah has commanded the leader and the true guide of people to lead a life of the poor and needy, so that they may not consider their lives unbearably difficult." 259. Success in this world is failure in hereafter. Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq has said, "We Muslims prefer the world for us, whereas it is better if it is not given to us. No man has ever been given anything in this world without diminishing his share in the hereafter." A man said, "By Allah, we prefer this world for us." The Imam said, "What will you do with it?" He replied, "I will spend it on my family members and myself. I will give charity from it. I will do good deeds and perform Hajj." Imam said, "This is not the love for the world. It is love for the hereafter." 260. Light of wisdom, the result of worldly piety. Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq A.S. has also said, "One who adopts piety in this world and his heart is empty of worldly love, God pours wisdom in his heart. He gives the power of speech to his tongue. He shows the